Let me give you an example of this emotional connection. A few years ago, my wife and I completely gutted our kitchen. Oh, I will never go through that again. I thought it was fine. My wife had to redo the kitchen. I thought it was perfect, so I said, okay, let's redo the kitchen. My wife dragged me around for 2.5 months to every kitchen place in the county. And every single place we went to was identical. Identical. They all had similar product. There's the granite, there's the cabinets, the salesperson will come out, how you doing? You're gonna install a new kitchen? What kind of budget do you have? What kind of color are you looking for? Same, 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 same. Do you know what it got like? Have you ever walked into a beauty place, like, I don't know, a retail place that's got a counter with perfume? And you say, hey, I'd like to try out some perfume. Now what they do is they take it and they spray it on a little card. Oh, that's very pretty, that's very nice. Here, why don't you try this one? Yep, that's pretty good. And after a while, you smell like orange peels, every one of them. You can't even distinguish between the two. I couldn't distinguish between one and the other. Then all of a sudden, one day my wife drags me into another place, and I was just like, I don't want to do this. So we walk in, and here's the first differentiator. Man, young guy, walks right over to my wife, ignores me. Good plan. She turned to me and she said, he gets me. He walks right up to my wife. He says, my name's David, how are you? He said, this is who? She said, that's my husband. He goes, nice to meet you. And he starts talking to my wife. He said, why don't you do me a favor? Just start kind of looking around, but I want to ask you a couple questions. And I go, here we go. He said, what do you guys do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? And we told him. He said, do you have kids? Yes, we do. What kind of neighborhood do you live in? Do you do a lot of entertaining? Do your kids like having their friends over? Do you like air? Do you like light coming through? He went on, and before you knew it, he spent 15 minutes talking about our family and about our lives. Really, truly. He didn't say one thing about cabinets, counters. He didn't even ask if we were remodeling. He just said, what do you know, how? And then at the end, he said, what are you trying to accomplish here? You trying to improve your lives? You're trying to make more room for entertaining? You're trying to have more fun for your kids? He said, think about those questions. He goes, I'll be right back. He walked away, and I said to my wife, that's who we're working with. She said, why? I said, because he's not selling cabinets in granite, in stainless steel. He actually just talked to us about our lives. He's improving our lives. He's selling us a better home, a better life. I said, I want to work with him. When you begin to work with somebody on an emotional level, immediately, boom, they get it. You know what? We are not rational animals, folks. We're emotional animals. And you know what else? Everybody in this room, you have become who you are. We emerge through the relationships we forged. Over 90% of every decision we make, every purchase, every choice, is made by emotion. This is a fact. Here's what we do. Probably some of you are out there going, I don't really believe that. You want to know what happens? We emotionally decide on something, and after we've made that emotional decision, that emotional purchase, we gather all the facts, and then we try to justify the emotional decision. We rationalize and justify the emotional decision.